Toyota Corolla WRC. TTE has come back to WRC after a year and a half away with a new model machine. It's the Corolla World Rally Car. Comparing this machine with the CELICA, it's apparent that its body is compact, but now has improved compatibility with most road and weather conditions, together with, and this is an overall plus, better handling. This extraordinary machine features active differential gears and transferring the power, a hang-on clutch, and just to keep everything in the right place, active brakes. Arguably the most unique characteristic for this model was the electronic control technology. In addition, its intercooler has been updated from a partial system to now a complete intercooler system. Extraordinarily enough, even with these specifications, the body volume has been reduced by 20 Ks. Toyota CELICA GT4 ST205. The third generation CELICA after the ST185 is the ST205, which was introduced in 1994 and was driven by Juha Kankkunen. The machine spec and its performance were well developed based on the ST185. In terms of the new mechanical specifications of the engine, 3S GTE piping for misfiring and a CT20 twin-entry turbine were equipped. As well as this, a unique shaped suspension called Super Strut was applied to the front suspension. The strut was specially made to compensate the tyre's camber angle, helping to reduce it as close to zero as possible. The downside to these mechanical improvements was the overall volume. Where other rally machines were modified to be lighter and smaller, the ST205 was larger and heavier. In 1995, the ST205 was disqualified for violating the WRC regulations, and this resulted in the ST205 not racing for 2 years. Toyota CELICA GT4 ST185. Carlos Sainz entered the exciting world of rally championship driving at the wheel of the Repsol-coloured CELICA in 1992 and went on to win the final race at the RAC Rally, which secured him the driver's title. 1993 was a remarkable year for Toyota, as it was the very first year for any Japanese manufacturer to win the manufacturer's title. Its main sponsor since 1993 was Castrol, a major British oil company, and the CELICA soon became synonymous with the distinctive Castrol logo. As far as CELICA's mechanical background is concerned, TTE, Toyota Team Europe, gave the CELICA an intelligent firing system which wiped away turbo lag during non-acceleration. Subaru IMPREZA WRC. Although Subaru has been gaining name recognition by winning the manufacturer's title for 3 consecutive years since 1995, they were denied a 4th consecutive win, simply because of intensive competition. Since then, Subaru started deep quality improvements, including an oil pressure-controlled semi-automatic transmission. They coupled this with an electronic engine throttle. Then, to compound the advancement, the overall exterior size has been reduced, whilst its durability improved. Its competition livery is blue-based, as it was before, with the familiar crescent and the 6 Subaru stars as its trademark. Subaru now has highly talented drivers such as Richard Burns, the experienced ace, and Juha Kakkonen, who's the world's record holder as 5 times manufacturer title winner. Subaru Impreza 555. The main challenger to Subaru's Impreza was the legacy RS, that earned a strong reputation when Colin McRae took the RS to victory in the New Zealand Rally in 1993. The Impreza 555 is the next-generation Subaru rally car that has a flat 4 and an intercooler mounted above the engine. Its transmission system is based on a high-performance 6-speed automatic, featuring a rear-mounted air cylinder. After Subaru eventually beat the legacy RC, the Impreza notched up an impressive 19 wins and has received the manufacturer's title for 3 consecutive years since 1995. Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. In 1998, Mitsubishi won both titles with their Evolution model, the Evolution 5. Later on in 1999, the even more advanced Evolution 6 was introduced with increased potential. Outstanding new features included a unique front grille and a uniquely shaped rear wing. The overall quality of the chassis has been upgraded, especially in relation to its stability on tarmac. And the outer frame now carries the Marlboro colours, because it's the first year that Marlboro has sponsored the Evolution car. Tommi Mäkinen, who's won the driver's title for 3 consecutive years, is now aiming for a new record of 4 consecutive years as championship winner. Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 4. Mitsubishi's positive attitude to racing and machine technology kept the Lancer series in Group A. In 1997, Mitsubishi introduced their new model, Evolution 4. One of its most remarkable characteristics includes a high-power torque engine, which has active electronic control of the four-wheel drive system, instead of the traditional hydraulic systems that other manufacturers were still using. Mitsubishi's unique policy meant that the same Lancer Evo series could also become available for public use, while other teams were coming up with cars specialised just for rallying. Although it was a market-level car, the power was good enough for it to compete against other rally cars. In fact, Tommi Mäkinen won the driver's title for 2 consecutive years in the Evo 4. Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 3. The Lancer Evolution made its debut in the WRC at Monte Carlo in 1993. Its mechanical system has been constantly revised and powered up by utilising a well-developed active differential gear. This revolutionary engine was fitted into the Evolution 3 in 1995. In addition, it features a secondary air supply system. These remarkable mechanical developments meant the Evolution 3's acceleration and overall power was greatly improved and has now become famous for its performance and low-speed torque. In 1996, Tommy Mäkinen won the driver's title in this impressive car. Lancia Stratos HF. The Lancia Stratos HF won both the WRC and manufacturer's title from 1974 through to 1976. It was manufactured specifically for rallying and was therefore considered a purpose-built machine. Its body was designed by Vertan's chief designer Marcello Guanadini. The Stratos team, led by Mario Manciui, assigned Sandro Munari as the driver and Volder Golt as co-driver. It was modelled with Alitalia striking colours and motif. A specially designed rear spoiler was fitted, giving the Stratos a new and remarkable image. 1976 was a significant year in the Stratos HF's 4-year history, as it was the last time that it won the Manufacturers' Championship before retiring. Lancia Delta HF Integrale. Lancia was famous for competitive WRC cars in Group A from 1987 to 1991 and held the Manufacturers' Championship for those 5 years. After that, Lancia introduced its upgraded car, the Lancia Delta HF Integrale, which was based on and developed from the Delta Integrale 16-valve. In 1992, Lancia's first run was the Tour de Corse rally with drivers Didier Aurier and Vanali Aselli, winning their 4th straight driver's title. In the Manufacturers' Championship, Lancia won 8 out of 10 races and ended up acquiring the Manufacturers' title for a 6th consecutive year. Lancia Delta Integrale 16-valve. Lancia started challenging on the WRC in Group A with the Delta Integrale in 1987. They won the Manufacturers' Championships for 5 consecutive years, in 1987 through to 1991. The Integrale raced in Italy at the San Remo Rally for the first time in 1989, and Italian fans focused their eyes on the home team's performance. The Integrale 16-valve didn't disappoint those anxious fans as they won their first victory there that year. The overall style of the car was significantly changed to a red and blue design when Martini took over the sponsorship deal. Massimo Viacione and Didier Aurier raced this new styled car in order to deal with intensive competition from the CELICA, driven by Carlos Sainz and Nuo Kankkunen. Sainz was leading for most of the race, but at the last minute he had throttle trouble, resulting in an accident that allowed Massimo to steal the championship. Fiat 131 ABARTH Rally. The Fiat 131 ABARTH was brought to life by one of the most famous of car tuners, ABARTH, at a time when competition between the major Italian car manufacturers was at its most intense. In 1976, Mark Allen succeeded in taking the Fiat ABARTH to victory in its very first run at 1,000 Lakes. In 1977, it won 5 championships as well as the manufacturer's title. In 1978, it was remodeled and redecorated with Alitalia stylish colours, eventually going on to win 5 championships including the Acropolis, 1,000 Lakes and Quebec, also celebrating the WRC Championship for a second consecutive year. Its body shape is very similar to the 131 Myra Firoli, but its fender and front and rear spoilers were modified, reducing the overall car weight to 975 kilos. Its engine is an inline 4-cylinder, water-cooled, with the legend ABARTH engraved upon it. Renault MAXI MEGANE. Renault Spall researched and developed next-generation machines after Cullio MAXI finally came up with the Renault MAXI MEGANE in 1995. Due to the fact that the design included a long wheelbase, its handling was fairly tricky, but Renault took this into consideration as they were developing the MAXI MEGANE WRC. It then went on to win the 1996 WRC Championship at Tour de Corse. In 1997, Renault produced the Megane Evo 2, which weighed 30 kilos less than the original MAXI MEGANE. In addition to that, the machine's slow quartering stability was improved, and they recalculated its suspension geometry in order to increase car traction. Peugeot 306 MAXI. In 1995, Peugeot introduced a kit car into the World Rally Championships for the first time. The Peugeot 306 MAXI became a major racing machine in the WRC, and the following year, the 306 MAXI was refined to become the Evolution 2. The Peugeot 306 MAXI was found to be a competitive front-wheel drive machine going up against more powerful four-wheel drive turbo-driven engines with a much higher specification. In the end, however, it didn't win any WRC championships, but remains a true competitor. Peugeot 106 MAXI. The Peugeot MAXI was introduced as the Peugeot 306 MAXI's sister car. The 106 was an upgraded version of the 306, and its first race for the WRC was at Tour de Corse in May 1997. The remarkable characteristics of the 106 MAXI included unique W-shaped roll bars that extended from the rear suspension to the main roof, greatly improving the occupant's safety and the stability of the vehicle. Peugeot assigned Letitia Jordan and Priscille de Deloy, a fashion model and a racing driver. Two selections that brought a great deal of welcome attention to the WRC field, but predictably, that did not lead to any time records for them that year. Peugeot 205 Turbo 16. The Peugeot 205 Turbo 16 made its debut at Tour de Corse in 1984. Although 1984 was only its warming-up period for the WRC, the Peugeot 205 got 3 consecutive wins in the Thousand Lakes Rally and the RAC Rally. In 1985, Timur Salonen drove the 205 with his stable yet speedy driving technique that enabled him to rack up 7 wins during the season and got him an easy manufacturer's title. In 1986 and 1987, the manufacturer's title was won by Juha Kankkunen in the Peugeot 205. As far as the 205's characteristics are concerned, it had centered differential gears and a midship layout. Peugeot had enhanced its racing potential and technology, and it was fondly referred to as the four-wheel drive for the next generation.